Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at Monopoly Voice Banking. Now before you turn it off, I can tell you right now, this is probably the best version of Monopoly I've played, and it's something other people have been very fascinated by too as well. Basically, it's like having an Alexa or something like voice thing, like a Google Nest or something that you're going to be playing with. You're going to have a banker who will know where you've been. There's going to have auction modes, all kinds of stuff as well. It's 2 to 4 players, takes under an hour to play as opposed to 6 hours when I normally play regular Monopoly, which I haven't done for about 15 years now, although I do know all the places on the map, and I've won a sort of a competition thing for knowing every location. So you're going to have this here. This, like I said, represents the banker. So you are going to just turn this on. Okay. And it's going to ask you if you can play.
Future millionaires. Press your tokens button to join the game, and I'll put $1,500 Monopoly in your account.
So, for example, I want to play. I played as T-Rex last time, so I'm going to play as, I think it's the dog.
Hey, Scotty.
So there you go, and we're going to play as the car.
Welcome, race car.
So, we're just going to play as a 2. If you're watching the short, obviously you're now watching the full video over on YouTube.
Anyone else?
And we're not going to play with anyone else, so that's how we're going to go.
Okay, let's play.
We've got a little player aid here, which you're going to use for your voice prompts. And there's various places. Like Monopoly, it's going to be player elimination, which I don't like. It's going to have roll and move, which I don't like. And it's going to have no catch-up mechanism, which again I don't like. So those are the negatives out of the way. So there's no difference there. And whilst I'm still setting up, make sure you watch, of course, everything else over on TikTok. Check out the podcast, all available via the description on YouTube as well. Also head through to Instagram. There's over 3,000 photos, 3,000 posts in fact, way more photos, and you'll find pictures for this here as well. Also head through to join the discussion over on Facebook and check out the playlists such as AmassGames playlist, how to set up play and review list, etc., which is where you'll find this. So you're going to see who rolls to go first. Let's just say it's me, but they can roll again. So say it's me as the dog. I'm then going to roll and see how far I go. So I'm going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going on a train ride. So you're going to say ride the railway. So you're going to say train ride.
You're going on a train ride. Advance to Pentonville.
Oh, great. So you can see, just like the other game, that can happen. As you can see, you're not buying trains in this one. I can buy this property if I want to. Could I buy it? Well, I could choose to buy it, in which case you're going to buy it. So you're going to say buy Pentonville. Okay?
Pentonville.
Now,
It's yours for $100 Monopoly.
Now what you can do is figure out what your balance is. So you can say bank balance.
You have $1,400 Monopoly.
Okay, so sometimes it'll say you can't afford it anymore, and sometimes you have to sell, which I'll go on to. So now it is the car's turn. So now they're going to roll. They're going to roll a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going on a train ride. Train ride.
You're going on a train ride. Advance to Fleet Street.
Okay, so again, you don't know what's going to come up. I don't know if it is going to be different. Going around to Fleet Street, which is where I grew up, Fleet. So we're going over here. Let's say it's not going to buy it. So it can now go up for auction. So let's say we're doing this. Auction off. Fleet Street.
All right. Fleet Street. The bid starts at 50.
So I can
Press
do...
your button to bid. Scotty bids $50 Monopoly. Anyone wanted race car? Bids $100 Monopoly. Anyone Scotty?
Okay,
bids
let's just stop there.
$150 Monopoly. Anyone wanted for $200 Monopoly. Going once, going twice. Sold to Scotty.
So this is really cool.
$150 Monopoly.
I like the auction, the way they do that. So it's back to my turn. So I'm going to roll on. Hit 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy Bow Street. Let's just say I am going to take a... Well, I could buy this one. If I traded, what you're going to do is trade. So you name who you're trading with. You're going to trade one of your cards, one of your properties with somebody else's. You can only trade if you don't have the complete set. So you kind of want both of them because you do get a bit more money. Rent, by the way, is slightly different to the original. As you can see, it's a shorter bit as well. So that collection's only 2 properties, not 3 in some cases. If you have a set, it's worth slightly more, not double. And again, rent slightly different too. But what we're going to do now is just buy something. So we're going to say build a house. So you can say build a house.
On which property?
Pentonville.
You don't own the set.
Oh yeah, sorry. So you need to own the set first. So let's just say I landed here. So buy Euston, let's say else here.
Which property?
Euston.
Euston.
Needs to double
It's
check.
yours for 100 Monopoly dollars.
So I've got the set, now I can build a house, so I can say, build a house.
On which property?
Pentonville.
Put a house on Pentonville.
So it doesn't matter, I've got the properties down here, so anyone lands on there, of course they're going to pay rent, apart from myself. If you happen to roll 3 doubles, then you go to jail. If you happen to roll a double though, you get to take another turn. So you can do 2 doubles and be fine, but the third one you go to jail. In this case, you can build a hotel straight away. So basically build one house and then it becomes a hotel when you build a hotel afterwards. But you can build a hotel straight away, just pay the cost for a house and a hotel. So, build a hotel.
On which property?
Euston.
Put a hotel on Euston.
Okay, so now that's going to give me 400 Monopoly money, dollars, when it lands on there. Now, if you run out of cash and you haven't got enough left, all you do is you simply give up one of your cards. It doesn't really matter what you give up, but even though you won't gain that money back, the opponent, if you're having to give them, let's say, Whitehall, they'll get 150 Monopoly dollars, and you just obviously don't have that property. That's how the game works. If you go into jail, you go to jail. I haven't seen the get out of jail free card come up when we're doing chance cards and stuff like that. When you pass go, you'll say pass go. So pass go.
Adding 200 to your account.
So somehow you could have done that. It does this, of course, not when you're here, but when you go past it. I've mentioned trading. You can always say who is winning. So Mr. Monopoly, who is winning?
Scotty is. He's on his way to a big pile of doggy treats.
Okay. Bank balance.
You have 1,200 Monopoly dollars.
Okay, and lastly, chance card. Chance card.
Chance card. You've got a holiday bonus of 100 Monopoly dollars.
I've never noticed it's a give any negatives on the chance cards. And lastly, we've got to get out of jail. So get out of jail.
You paid 50. You're free. Take your turn.
Cool. So after your third turn, if you haven't rolled doubles in jail, you need to pay $50. That's it. I do think it's really cool. I like all the sound effects and stuff like that too. It does have dice, so we'll be doing a dice assessing video to see how far dice roll and whether or not you need a dice tray. Very cool little device going on here. Very impressive how it has got voice recognition. There's only one tiny blip, I think, where maybe we didn't admin it and do it correctly, but again, that's a human error. I'll put that down to. Again, I don't know what this one does, but got a little asterisk there too. But yeah, very cool, very impressive. And again, if you do want to ever play Monopoly, the premise of Monopoly I think is brilliant. It's just a shame that it has got those 3 mechanisms I've talked about. The average rating actually for this is 7 out of 10, and I would probably give it close to that. I'll give it 6 because of what I mentioned. It does have issues again with player elimination, etc. But it is something I think you should still check out as something that is worth trying, which is a different form of Monopoly as you've probably played Monopoly before, and I think it is a really fascinating thing that they've done here to make it actually improved. And as I've been to Hasbro's headquarters, I've told them, why don't you just have a deck of cards, and when they all run out, the game ends, which could occur with these things as well, so you don't have to worry about player elimination. The downside, of course, is someone might land on properties and therefore buy everything, but there's a limited amount of cash, so you do run out, and obviously it means that some people might end up just choosing to go somewhere, buy everything, run out of cash, have to start selling them off. But that's it. That's been Monopoly Voice Banking. Thanks for watching. For now, back to the table.